How's it going, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of SPT Hatchet to Hero. If you haven't watched any of the previous episodes, as always, please be sure to go and check them out. I'm going to make a playlist for this series, so it'll be a little bit easier for you guys to watch from start to finish, if you so desire. If you don't want to watch every episode since episode 1, I highly recommend at least watching the previous episode. That way you will be up to date with where we are in this particular series and how we are progressing. So in the previous episode we ended up doing a couple of raids on Factory. We also ended up doing a customs run, if I do remember correctly, and we also ended up going into, I think it was Woods, to start the episode off as well. So we had a little bit of a selection of different maps that we went into in the previous episode, plus we've got a little bit of loot here that we want to go ahead and ensure that we put into the relevant places. So let me just make sure we put that there. So we do have another Tagilla mask. We've got two of those now. Well, we have the Gorilla mask, and then we have obviously the other version of Tagilla's mask too. We managed to actually pick up Tagilla in the previous episode. Again, if you haven't seen that episode, I highly recommend going to watch it to see how everything unfolded during the course of that episode. Regardless, we are going to go ahead and store a little bit of our loot and sell a little bit of the other bits and bobs. We are going to keep hold of this SE25 or SE5 grip. We don't have any AKs for this buttstock to go on to, so we'll probably just sell those. We'll keep hold of the gold chain and the survival lighter. Basically, we're going to try and keep hold of quite a few things. We'll sell this, and we'll sell this. The Loot Lord we don't need right now. I don't actually like this particular site, but we took it just for the sale value. We'll keep hold of the SSD. I don't think we need the UV lamp, so I'm going to go ahead and sell, sorry, not sell that. There we go. That's much better, so sell that as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and sell to traders. I think that's our best option here. So let's just go ahead and sell a few things to mechanic. Therapist can then have the other bits, and then the few bits we couldn't sell to anyone else we'll just sell to Peacekeeper. So we do have a few dailies to go ahead and grab. So we need to hand over 2 Gunpowder Kite, which I think is the blue one that we put into Factory in the most recent episode. We then need to eliminate 12 scouts on any location. We need to go ahead and eliminate any PMCs with a left leg or right leg. Left, right leg, thorax or stomach shot. So anything but a headshot, basically. For fence, which is fine. We're going to start taking those because we're going to be doing one scaffold at the end of every episode, just to ensure we have a little bit of money coming in for our PMC even. We need to hand over 1 of the signature blend teas and 2 Apollo cigarettes, which we can actually, do we have both the Apollos? We have 1, so I'm not going to hand in that just yet, but it does give us the LH63 duty belt if we so desire. And that does remind me that we do have a few things that we want to go ahead and sell from our appointment here. So just go ahead and sell all of those bits, probably to Therapist if I'm perfectly honest, or at least the stuff we can't sell to her, and then we'll sell the other bits to Peacekeeper. So I'm not too sure where we're going to start. I might actually just go into Shoreline to get this task here done, meaning we need to mark 2 trucks, and we also need to go in with a Untar helmet and body armor, which we now actually have the money to do. So if we just go to the flea market a second and just put Untar in. So we do have enough for the body armor, especially if we grab it from Peacekeeper. And then helmet wise, again, we can buy that from Peacekeeper too. Was not aware that he had both of those things, going to be honest. So let's just go ahead and pop these 2 down here real quick so we can chuck these on. And then that gives us the room to put our ULAC and our killer armor even. Do I have any room in? I do. So let me just store a few things in our alpha container. Alpha rig, should I say. Because that now allows us to put in a few more bits into the stash because we have a little bit more room. meaning that we can just store both of the MP7s. We'll then go ahead, we don't have any room in any of the mag cases, so we just have to go ahead and store these separately, and then we'll just chuck the ammo into the ammo case like so, and then we are pretty much good to go, apart from obviously weapon wise in this next run. So I'm going to go ahead and take the trusty ADAR in with me, and I think the spare mags we're going to take are going to be the these HK steel mags, and I'm only going to take 2 spare mags. I'm not going to worry about taking a ton of ammo either. I think in recent episodes we've been taking a massive chunk of spare ammo, which is fine, but at the same time we don't necessarily need as much as we've been taking. So from Scorpion, we might as well get all 120 rounds, if I'm perfectly honest, from Scorpion there. And then we'll put obviously a full 60 in here, and then that is, to be fair, all the spare ammo I think we're going to need. We are going to go into Shoreline, as I said, so I do want to go and grab myself another mule stim, which we'll just grab off of the flea market, because if we take a mule in, then we have a bit more availability to go ahead and carry more loot on us. And to be fair, we don't necessarily need to put anything else in the other slots. Like, we do have a couple of keys for Shoreline, but I'm not overly fussed on taking those in, if I'm perfectly honest. So do we have anything else for Shoreline? We have courtesy visits, so we can go down to the swamp and do this. Anything else we have? Obviously humanitarian supplies, which is what we're going in for. Oh, we've got colleagues part 1, so we need to locate the groups at all locations, and we need to use an AKM series. So I think we might change weapons maybe. Let me just go to the flea and just go AKM. AKMN. What's the durability? I want 100 out of 100 durability, if I'm honest. But we don't really have any room to mod it, which is going to be a little bit frustrating, if I'm truly honest. Well, I say we don't have any room to mod it. We can probably just store a few things on our PMC to give us the room to actually go ahead and mod this AKMN. So if we just go edit preset, we're going to go ahead and put a suppressor on. I want to change this to something we can put a grip on and a flashlight, I think. And it doesn't have to be anything too gnarly. We'll put on the SE5 because we've got one. And then flashlight wise, do we have the option? We do. We'll put an X400 on the old flashlight. Can I change? I can change this, but I don't think I want that one. I think we'll go with this one instead. And then if we want to change the stock, we'll probably go with this stock. We'll change the pistol grip to the AK-12. And I'm pretty sure that's basically all I want to do to this AK. Take off traders and purchase all of this. And then just go ahead and assemble. So we can't actually assemble that apparently because we don't have the room, which I think is a bunch of rubbish, but it is what it is. We'll just chuck all of the parts that we have onto the weapon and then put the other bits on when we get into the putting it into our actual PMC. So I think other than that, we do want. There's no flashlight on it right now, is there? Yes, there is. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to probably put this Spectre on, and we do want the suppressor, of course. So let me put the MP7 here, put this down here, whack the suppressor on, and then we can put our ADAR down here for a second. Let's sell the bits that we took off to Peacekeeper, just like so, meaning we have room to put this up here now. Obviously, we'll have a bit more room if we like took the mags out, but we haven't done that yet. It looks like we also have some what should we call it from a therapist, some insurance returns from her. But other than that, we are pretty much good to go, barring getting some magazines and some ammo. So if we filter by item, we will purchase, say, 2 more spare mags. We're not going to take anything more than that, I don't think. I think 2 spare mags is going to be ideal. And then we do have a bunch of PS already, which saves us a little bit of money. Chuck that in there. And then this can go into the ammo case. And then we will take this as our spare ammo. And we can put this down into the alpha. Just like so. Okay, so we are pretty much all set and round to go for a shoreline run. I'm just going to grab the markers, and then once I've done that, we will head into the map and get some of these quests knocked out the park. So this is actually a really nice spawn for us because it allows us to do courtesy visit pretty much right off the rip. So I'm actually not too fussed about spawning here at all. We are just going to take basically everything and then probably sell the majority of it to traders when we get out of the raid. We might sell a few bits on the fleet as well. But for now, we're just going to take, as I said, pretty much everything that we can get our hands on in terms of loot, and then we can do a little bit of sorting out once we get a few other bits and bobs under our belt whilst we are progressing through the map. The main thing we're looking for in this raid is scavs. Obviously PMCs would be nice, but scavs are like the main thing that we're looking for. We are on a single fire, which is not an issue. So there are shots like up this way somewhere, which isn't ideal, but it is what it is. So I got to try and get my bearings at this moment in time in the swamp, because we kind of spawn right in the middle. And I need to remind myself which 3 buildings we need. They're pretty much all on the outskirts, if memory is correct. One of them is the big house over there. This was one as well, which I couldn't remember if it was or not, but it is. And then I'm pretty sure the other one is like diagonally, or at least straight on from us over there. But at least this will knock out courtesy visit fairly quickly. Then we can head up towards the resort for one of the trucks. I'm trying to remember where the other truck is now. I can't actually remember at the top of my head. But it is what it is. We all remind ourselves whilst we are progressing through the map. Excuse me. So there is the second location done. Oh wow, pile of loot. We won't say no to all of that. As I said, once we start finding a bit more loot, we can be a bit more min-max on what we take and what we don't take. But for now, I'm pretty much happy to take almost anything, really. Solely because it will allow us to make a bit more money moving forward. So I want to say the last building is the one straight ahead of us over here. But I could be completely wrong. We also need to do courtesy visits, so we'll detour over towards the cottages and get the dead bodies on that side of things done. So that is courtesy visit done and dusted. We just need to get out of this raid without too much hassle. We'll take this, we'll take this. So right now, we're not doing too badly when it comes to obtaining loot. Obviously, not much of that is worth a decent chunk of money, but it is what it is. One thing I am going to do, considering it is super foggy, is just turn on this so we can actually see what's going on. And that kind of answers a question I had in the previous episode of whether the weather conditions that you set reset once you close the game. The answer is yes, they do. kind of in no man's land here on this field, but we should be okay just to make a dash over towards the cottages. I am going to put the weapon on full auto, however. Mostly down to the fact that Sanitar can spawn here. And I don't want to be stuck on single fire if I kind of round the corner and Sanitar just stood there staring at me. And there is also one of the cottages that you can open with a safe that doesn't need a key. And there is also a spawn for the other cottage key on top of barrels outside the back. If I'm not mistaken. So that is something we need to also think about. Let's put this here so we can take this propane. So there are scavs here. Gonna throw a nade over just towards the front side. So no yow about a grenade there. This door doesn't normally spawn open. Makes me think that there's either a scav that's opened this, or we've had a player roll through here already. I'm going to turn my flashlight on. Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's any movement in here currently. We will loot the safe. So what do we want to drop? Drop those. We'll drop these. Obviously, we'll take the diary. We'll take the rubles. For now, at least. We'll take the chainlet because we can get dailies for the chainlet. See if there's anything that's spawned inside of here. No weapons, that's fine. We do also have some room in here, so we're gonna put a few bits of loot in here, like so. We'll take the wires. We're not too fussed about the DVD player, however. That can stay where it is. And then we'll loot the second safe in here, and then move on to the other cottage that's going to have the, well, 2 rollers, really. The other cottage which is going to have what we need in terms of, I was about to say loot progression then, in terms of progression with some tasks. We're just going to drop the AI2 bandages and stuff that we had up there. Not really anything that we're really looking for. But no actual PMC or scav in here. Although this door does not spawn open, as I said. And the grenade we threw out didn't ow. Okay, it's Sanitar and the boys. This is going to be a test. For me, because I've never taken them out on live servers, so gonna be an interesting situation right here. Managed to take one down though, so I'm happy with that. We do need to go ahead, however, and get this stomach healed real quick. Probably pop this morphine. Actually, we'll probably pop the golden star once we've patched up our stomach. So at least then we have a painkiller, excuse me, a painkiller sorted. But this is back-to-back episodes where we've run into a scav boss. Made one of them really weak, and I think that's his other guard. I don't think I've touched Sanitar at all. But that's at least one scav with this armor and helmet. So I don't know if those suppressed shots are at us or not. So that's another scav. But the real question is, actually, do they have any nades? Do you have any nades, good sir? What ammo? You have ammo I probably want. Have a morphine. Damn. Okay, no nade, which is unfortunate. Let's reload this real quick. But no nades on our boy here. It's only FMJ ammo, but it's definitely ammo that we could potentially use if we run out of PS. And for whatever reason, I don't know what it is about SPT Tarkov, but you can't fully unload mags. At least once you get off of scavs. There we go. Right, okay. No nades, so unfortunately we can't do any sort of nade checks for the boys, but I think they're still here. I don't think they're dead. Unless the suppressed shots we heard were PMCs. Taking out Sanatar and the boys. Or at least the other guard. I wonder if they moved into... They might have moved into here. I hear movement in bushes. Okay. I wanna take Sanatar down, which is why I'm staying here so long. But at the same time, could be a risky play. Should have bought more nades, but I wasn't obviously... Oh, nope. Was not expecting to have to worry about Sani and the boys. I honestly think that might be a PMC because there's two sets of shots. Obviously, Sanatar does have two guards, so... I think our best route here is going to be just to grab our bag and potentially just dip out. Either that or get a different angle. We need to repatch our stomach again, unfortunately. So we will go ahead and do that real quick. Just the fact that they've hit our stomach twice, though, does make me kind of feel like it could be the guards and Sanatar. But then we've got two sets of shots going off right now. We need some energy. And we don't have anything on us. Then the only one that we found was in the cottage, which I really don't want to go back into until we've cleared this area. Or at least that's the ideal situation. Is that a dead? No, it's grass. I was about to say, it just looks like a... Where it hasn't rendered in properly, it looks like it's like a dead player or scav or something. Missed my shot. There we go, hit that one. I think that was the second guard, so I think we're just looking for Sanitar out of the boss side of things. Which, believe it or not, he's been the one that's been the most issue for me when I've been playing on live servers. Why did I stand there? And how have they hit me with that kind of shot? They're doing the old blind fire, bro. Doing the old blind fire and just absolutely demolished me. Damn. Okay, the second person was a USEC. So maybe Sanitar and the boy... Well, obviously I killed one, but maybe the other guard and Sanitar either completely dipped somewhere else or they got killed by the players. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I figured out where he was, but where I was so exhausted, obviously from having my stomach blown out twice, I couldn't run, I couldn't sprint. What I'm just trying to think, maybe I dropped my backpack there rather than like trying to take the fight straight up. That probably was the better option. Never mind, it is what it is. I just realized we bought one too many markers, but that's fine. Let me very quickly throw this on so we can just go ahead and empty our appointment real quick with all of the loot, and then we will sell pretty much everything to Therapist. Unfortunately, none of this is found in raid. We get to keep it because it's a bit like a secure container in some aspects, but none of it's found in raid, so that is what it is. So I'm probably going to wear this rig, and I'll probably wear the backpack that's inside of here. Then I'll put a few more bits back in here, and this also allows us to store a few things like magazines. We're going to make another AKMN, I think, for this particular run, because we do need scav kills with that particular weapon. We are going to go ahead and top up our hydration, however. I didn't mean to use the whole of that aquamarine, but it is what it is. We'll go ahead and put the tack sports on. We'll put that in here for now, so we've got a bit of room to actually go ahead and make our AKMN just on the side. What do I have insurance-wise? Let's have a look. Oh, we just have a rig insurance-wise. Anything in there? No, we'll just sell that to Ragman, who I think I actually bought it from in the first instance, just to have like a small rig. But let's go ahead and actually sort out a few things that you might want to sell before anything else. So the egg we need for living high is not a crime. We need vents level 3, generator level 3, so we do need the motors. Military cable we need for solar power. So we don't need these. That's for certain. All of the pliers. We don't need the plexiglass. Although it does say we need it for key to the tower, but I'm not too fussed about that. Anything that doesn't have a yellow tick on it, I'm probably just going to go ahead and sell. I'm pretty sure we've done Signal Part 2. Actually, no, we haven't done Signal Part 2. I lie. That is a big fat lie. The nuts and the bolts we could probably get rid of. A lot of this I'm probably just going to sell to the likes of therapists, etc. Just because I don't think a lot of this is going to sell for much on the flea, and I want to try and get the money as soon as possible, ideally. Let's just sort this out again, see what else we have in here. The hunting matches can go. I just want to have enough money to the point where we will... I think we might need this. Yeah, we do need that, so we'll keep hold of that for the hideout. Do we need aquapeps? We don't. And let's resort this. So yeah, I just want to get enough money together to make a reasonable AKMN that isn't too bad in terms of like ergo and all that kind of good stuff. I don't actually need this, so we'll actually sell that. I know we can put it in our hideout, but I'm just going to sell it. Same with this. Don't need the salt. The level 2 dog tag, I'm not going to be needing that, I don't think. I don't think I need the power bank. Portable defib. Actually, no, I do to make the portable defib. Okay, we'll keep hold of that for the time being then. So let's go to therapist and just very quickly get a reasonable chunk of money from her for a few bits that we're just going to go ahead and get rid of. Just like so. Gives us 327k. So we will grab ourselves another AKMN. Let's take this off. We want to get one that's got 100 out of 100, like so. Right, let's go edit, but not repair. Even though it says 100 out of 100. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, but anyway, edit preset. So let's make sure we look at ergo whilst we're doing this. Obviously, the loudness I don't think helps. Not the loudness, sorry, the quietness I don't think helps in terms of the in terms of having, like, the ergo goes up with like an AFG. The shift, it helps. So does the SE5, so I might as well put one of those on. We'll change this to a bastion. We'll put on this, which adds ergo for us as well. Right, stock wise, this stock, we want to probably run an RK3. Do any of the mags help with ergo? They do. We'll put something like this on. And then down here, let's just move this out of the way a second. I want to have some sort of muzzle brake that isn't a suppressor. Obviously, everything's going to minus it down. But let's put this one on. And let's go ahead and buy this. Take off the traders. So 252k. We have enough euros to buy that, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll hit the old assemble button. So that is the weapon built. So we can swap this over. Site-wise, I'm probably just going to run this particular site instead of a long-ranged site. Just because I feel more comfortable with this sort of site. Obviously, ergo with that site is at 75. And then if we put something like the PS320, it puts it to 72. So the ergo is still actually quite good with this site. So we are going to go ahead actually and run that one. Peacekeeper, you can have all of this, my friend. And then we can put that back in there. If we go ahead and unload, we'll just go ahead and filter by item. We'll grab these 3 mags, and then if we go link search, can we buy PS ammo? We can buy PS ammo. I'm going to go ahead and buy all 180 rounds because it's not actually as expensive as it potentially could be. So let's just go ahead and put those in there. And if I go back to Peacekeeper, he can have these 3 as well. Lovely jubbly. So let's just go ahead and chuck some ammo in there. So we probably want to get a few more spare rounds than 60. So let's just go ahead and buy another stack of 60 from this player here. So at least this way we now have 2 stacks of 6, well, 1 stack of 60, 1 stack of 59. And then we also need to go to Traders, Peacekeeper. We need to buy one of these and one of these. And throw those on. Med-wise, we will take... I'm going to take a Grizzly. Because it does heavy bleeds, it does light bleeds, and it also does, obviously, healing. When it comes to a a painkiller, we're just going to take this morphine, because this morphine is actually not found in raid, whereas like these ones with the yellow ticks are. So we just go ahead and grab that morphine. It does also mean we have a bit more room for some more meds in here, so we just go ahead and chuck those in. What is this? Inspect. So it removes concussion, gives us health regen, gives us strength, health and vitality go down, and our hands tremor. Okay, so that would actually be a really good stim to do the tremor headshots with for Jaeger. So I think we'll keep that stim when we go for that particular quest. Now I am going to take in 3 F1 grenades rather than just a single grenade this time, because we do need to go back to the resort, back to the cottages. And one thing I want to check is with courtesy visit, do we just need to exfil from the raid now? No, we have to do it all in one raid. That's fine. That's all I wanted to double check. Okay, so we're going to jump back into another shoreline run. This time around, we are hopefully going to be able to secure ourselves a fair few tasks completed. We have a gun that has reasonable ergo. Obviously, the recoil is probably going to be roughly the same as it was with the previous build. Regardless of that, let's jump into a shoreline run and get these tasks completed and ticked off. Alrighty, so raid number 2, and we spawned on the opposite side of the map compared to where we were before. However, I'm pretty sure this spawns us next to one of the trucks that we need to go ahead and mark, which is down here. I did actually remember during the course of us loading into this raid that the first truck is over in this direction. And much like the previous raid, we're mostly looking for PMCs, not PMCs, sorry, scavs. Although we were just absolutely railed upon there whilst we were trying to see if we brought a backpack in. But I don't know where from. And I'm scanning down to where we're heading, and I cannot see any movement at all. I'm going to put this on full auto just to be on the safe side. And we'll look to come in towards the back. Ah, I see you. Re-peek me. I dare you. No? I'll come down to you then. It could actually be a scav that's down here, to be fair. Nope, that's definitely a PMC. There's one. Looks like a 2-man. Second guy looked to be stuck, to be fair. That's unfortunate for them. But we'll take that 2-man kill. 2 headshots. We'll go for the guy in here first. Oh, they had a HK. That's an interesting build. We're just going to go ahead and take the bits that we want from it. I'm not too fussed about taking the HK itself. What? Oh, you had Luger in there? I will be taking that off of you, sir. We'll put these 2 on. Level 35. To be fair, the takedown might be a bigger bag overall. It's just really awkward to put things in. How many mags did you have? Holy, what? How many mags do you need for your MP5, my dude? M855. We're going to go ahead and probably keep hold of our LBT backpack, if I'm honest. But we will put our bits and bobs in here that we picked up. But yeah, Luger CCI definitely is... we didn't take out the rollers. You know what? I'm going to drop those, and the reason I'm dropping them is because I feel like it's going to be a bit cheating in some aspects if we try to keep hold of them again. Just going to drop the rollers. Completely forgot I'd put them in the med pouch, if I'm honest. But we'll definitely put a couple of stacks of Luger CCI into our container. Not too fussed about the PS ammo and putting that in the container. Reason behind that is because it is fairly cheap from Scorpion to grab. But we have picked up 2 PMC kills rather than 2 scav kills off the rip, but we'll take it. We're not going to complain about that in the slightest. But we'll take a bit of time here just to unload these magazines from the MP5. And then we'll pack our mag for the AKMN and be on our way. But yeah, 2 headshots right off the rip there. We'll take that. Can't complain with that at all. It's just a little unfortunate that when we went to make sure we had brought a bag in, that we started being shot at in the first place. I'm not too sure what the first guy had, because he was definitely the person that shot at us. This guy here got, for whatever reason, stuck in a running animation that wasn't by a door. I mean, we could have potentially got a grenade kill off the back of that particular situation for Grenadier, but I didn't really want to go ahead and be like, oh yeah, we'll just chuck a grenade in there. And to be fair, I didn't even think of it at the time. Do I have room to put? I do have room to put this in here. Lovely. As I said, this acts a bit like a second secure container in terms of we keep all of the loot that's actually in our appointment when we die. Which is fine. Let's just double check we can't unload any more. Don't really want anything else. Might take the sword ins actually, but that's about it from that guy. And then what did you... okay, you had a Kedda. So, oh, you were level 1. Queued up with his friend who was going to carry him through Shoreline. At least that's how the narrative would go if it was on live servers. Take the UFZ though. Alrighty, so the truck we need to mark is down here. And to be fair, we could probably head down the coastline towards the pier and get the colleagues part 1 thing from down here done. But before we move on, we are just very quickly going to put the couple of rounds back into our AK. And then move swiftly onwards. So obviously there is a possibility that Sanitar can spawn again for us in this raid down at the pier, or even over at the cottages. We're a little unfortunate that we had to deal with a couple of PMCs as well as Sanitar and the boys in the previous run. Obviously we got 1 kill on the PMC, we got 1 kill on one of the guards. But unfortunately we got blind fire shot in the thorax and ended up dying through that particular shot via the PMC that was sat down in the cottage gardens. I still don't really understand what my thought process was in that fight. Like, I kind of just stood there and tried to ADS and hold my breath and all that kind of stuff, and I was like, we should have just taken cover. Like, taking cover would have been the better option. Obviously we were exhausted when we couldn't run due to our stomach being blown out twice, but we could have just kind of crouched or even led behind the rock, like recouped a bit of stamina and then retaken the fight and repositioned from there. Is what it is though. Can't go back in time and change that. We'll just have to learn from that moving forward. There is a little bit of fog down there, but it's not enough to like concern me. And as we are close to the sea, that is going to affect the visibility that we'll have as well. So obviously we've got the dead scav in the corner that can be looted. Run in here to do this, and then we have the 2 safes upstairs. There's never anything in this room. I never know why I come in here. But we have the 2 safes upstairs that we can loot, plus the PCs. We will take this water, because that'll be handy for us to use moving forward. Another folder of intelligence. That is going in here. And we do also have the egg. So I think that's all 3 folders of intelligence we need for the intel center. Can't can't quite remember what the other stuff was. I know it's like 3 flash drives. I'm pretty sure we need the CPU fans as well. We don't need the Wilsons, we need Apollos for the daily. But I'm pretty sure we need the CPU fans. Can't remember what else. Obviously there's a flash drive, so that's handy. But we'll leave everything else in there. GPU please. Love it if you gave me a GPU right now, game. Still possibility? Nah. No such luck. Unfortunate, but we'll take the folder of intelligence there. That's grand. Do we want to take this car med kit? I will take it just to be on the safe side. Okay, there is another quest we've got to plant that. So we could have brought more markers in. But I think we need the other two, well, the other one marker for the resort truck that we need to mark. Can't remember. I think it might be a quest for Prapor that needs to mark those areas. Then you've got to come back in and do the same thing for Skier, but you've got to sit there and actually hold it. Or it might be the other way around. I can't remember. But regardless, we'll mark that, considering we've brought in 3 markers rather than 2. At least gets us a little bit of progress towards that task. But I don't see anything to our left on like the hills over here. At least I don't see any silhouettes or any movement. Do we have a sniper scav? We do. Take him out. It's another kill with the AKMN on a scav that is required for the Punisher task. I am going to have a quick look in the is that across the water? So it wasn't up from there. Is that the goons that are shooting at me from like a million miles away up here? I think it is, you know. Like those are the only thought process I have. Unless like there is a PMC over there that I'm just not seeing. I'm almost certain that's Bird Eye trying to dome me from like miles away. I don't know what their distance radius is for like chasing players down. That is night, by the way. Okay, so they're closer than I thought they were. I honestly thought they were up at the weather station. I am being shot at still, and I don't know where from. Run! Run! We don't want to... No! No! Why are the goons there, bro? Why are the goons there? All I want to do is mark some things and also run around with my blueberry armor and kill things, man. Why? Why does there have to be goons there as well? God damn it. I honestly thought, so looking back at that raid, when we were pushing towards the power station, it felt like we were being shot by someone ages away, like literally ages away. I was not aware that the goons could spawn at the power station. I knew they could spawn on the top hill at the weather station. At least that's what I think it's called. But I had no idea that they could spawn at the power station. So I thought, okay, I'm going to be perfectly fine. I'll go into power. I'll see if there's any normal scavs. We'll then come out of power and then we'll progress up to the resort. Turns out the goons are at power station. And I almost died tonight because I didn't have the weapon on fully automatic. But never mind. Never mind. We will we'll probably look to go to a different map, if I'm honest, for the next few runs. Because we are not having the best of luck when it comes to running on Shoreline right now. In a positive fashion, however, it does mean that we are slowly but surely getting through our backpacks. I can put that on. That's actually awesome. This needs to go down here. We'll put this on. Just trying to think, however, what I want to do next. So let's have a look at the tasks. Obviously, Shoreline's not being our friend, so we're going to leave that for now. We need to eliminate PMCs with headshots over 25 meters away. We'll leave that for now. Play a Wi-Fi camera. So this is on customs. Do I have anything else on customs? I don't think I do, apart from Chemical Part 1. I mean, oh, and Polkim Hobo. I mean, we could go to customs and try and do Polkim Hobo, Chemical Part 1, and also the task for Scorpion, which is monitoring. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to head into some good old customs, which has been my friend for the most part this series. What weapon do I want to take in? I need a rig. Is there much in here? You know what? I'm going to take in the Tagilla rig, I think, rather than try and worry about anything else. We'll use this guy to repair it. Do I take the Val in? Do I have mags for the Val is the first question. I do. Let's take the AS Val in. Let's use something a little bit different. Let's take the Val in. Is there any sort of extra modification that I can do to this to maybe give us a grip? Or is it literally just going to be a case of running what we have? I can't actually remember with this weapon. I don't think there's too much else we can do to this. I swear you used to be able to, or you might still be able to do a grip on the weapon. But I can't remember for the life of me how we go about doing that. So I think we're just going to run the Val as it is. Actually, is it one of these? That just gives us the ability to put a flashlight on. Ah, there we go. I found what I was looking for. So let's just go ahead and buy this, which shouldn't cost us too much, hopefully. Yeah, 37k. We'll grab that and we'll assemble. And then we can literally take the SE5 off of that and put it onto there. And take the ADAR off. And then we're pretty much good to go. The only thing that we're missing is a flashlight. So we'll chuck a flashlight on. And we obviously need to put some mags in and also some heals. Let's just go ahead and do this. So we're just going to take SP5 in because we can buy a decent chunk of it off of Prapor. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80. So that's 40. Let's buy 120. Because then at least we have backup rounds as well. And then we'll put the backup rounds in the container like usual. I'm not going to worry about keys for customs. We're not going into customs to do anything in relation to any looting. We need to get 2 more markers though. So just go ahead and grab 2 of these. And then healing wise, we will take in Salewa. Do I have anything in here? How many do I need of these? I only need 4 for Spartor and I've got 8. So we'll go ahead and put a morphine in. Do I also have... I have an S-March, which isn't the most ideal for heavy bleeds, but we will take it regardless, and we'll also take a bandage in. So that'll be 4, 5, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7. And then we should have, we don't have a splint in there. We will need to put a splint in there to replace that. We have the mule stim in case we need to use it. Let's just go ahead and repair this as well. Can't repair it, I don't think. Okay, that's fine. We won't do that then. Can we repair this, however? We can, so let's just go ahead and do that. But we're going to jump into a customs run, try and get a couple more tasks done. So obviously need to do Polkim Hobo, which is just kill scavs. We are looking to do Chemical Part 1, and we're also looking to do the task for Scorpion as well. But let's jump into a customs run, and hopefully our luck will turn around. Alrighty, so customs, we are here. I don't think there's anything we need to do on this side of the map, so we'll just push over to the other side. Because all of the exfils that we need to mark, or like mark an area of construction outside of, is to our right. So is Chemical Part 1, and then obviously scavs are just going to be around the map anyway. But yeah, that last couple of raids on Shoreline were not ideal. Obviously the first one we didn't necessarily have to stick around and try and fight Sanitar. But I thought if I could fight Sanitar, maybe we get some like nice stims off of him. Maybe we're able to, I don't know, progress further from there. Didn't expect to have 2 PMCs to fight against, and then obviously the previous raid I wasn't expecting the Goons to be as close as they were. I'm going to leave you over there a second. Just 1 PMC down. We'll go and push this other one, which was by this here. Okay, 2 PMCs down. Obviously we are potentially, well not potentially, we do want to look for, we're going to take your helmet because we need that. We need scavs over PMCs, but I will never say no to a PMC kill. Take the morphine, we'll leave the chain nut for now. Take the green tea. Check our mags, so we are full. We do need to repack our mags, so we'll do that real quick before we go and loot the second PMC here. The Untar helmet can actually go in there. Just repack our 20 rounders. So you just got to remember, we've only got 20 rounds in the mag, which in a AS-Val normally is more than enough. Obviously, not always, but 9 times out of 10 it should be enough to sort out what you're trying to do. Don't really want that AK. I'll take their ULAC and I'll take their Ghost Mask though. Also take the grenades. I wonder what ammo they had in here. M855A1. Ooh, okay, well we'll take that. That would have packed a hefty punch if it actually ended up hitting us. So I'm glad we managed to get the kill as quickly as we did. So the drawbridge is smaller, if I'm not mistaken. No, my loot. We're on this one? Yeah. So this one. Let's just drop those mags. I apologise if I keep looking to my left, by the way, in this video. My phone is going absolutely crazy today. Anything else in there? No, cool. And then let's just make sure we unload this mag too. Let's put the M855A1 in here. It may have been worth actually taking one of these weapons as like a backup, but it is what it is. we will work with the Val. What did you have on you, Mr. Scav? It's another morphine. That's food and drink, so we're probably going to need it this raid. I should really start taking these, but I'm going to leave them for now. Ah, some more food and drink. Let's eat these peas real quick. We could have actually come customs at night time to try and get a task done for Jaeger too, but never mind. We had to kill scavs during certain hours at night without night vision or thermals. But we will make do without having to worry about that. Is that bird eye again? Yeah. Back-to-back goons. I think. Could be wrong. Nope. Ah, revenge! Get smoked. Revenge, chat. Chat? I'm not streaming, but you know what I mean. Oh, revenge. Take your pistol, actually. Oh, you only had M822 in there? Never mind then. Let's go, man. Finally, some revenge. We all take that. Revenge is a dish best served cold. I have to wear this without a helmet, right? Someone to our left. I think. There we go. Alright, let's head inside real quick, repack our mags, and then we'll come and loot Bird Eye and Big Pipe. If I'm honest, I'm not too fussed about doing any of the tasks right now. I just want to get out of this raid. We've got revenge on the goons after the absolute diabolical situation that happened to us last raid. We will need to take one of their weapons as backup because we don't have a lot of ammo. I completely forgot how quickly you can get through ammo on a VSS. Like, completely forgot. Let's put the dog tag in there and the ghost mask in there, why not? Might as well pack this mag with this. Pop that in there. Is that full? That is full. And then we'll put this hybrid ammo down there too. Okay, lovely. As soon as I saw the backpack as I swung around the corner, this one, I was like, we've got the goons again. RSAS with no sight on it. I mean, I'll take it. We'll put that on there for now. The wall comp I actually want to take because we can put the suppressor on there to make it smaller. We need those. What ammo did you have? M855, not worth. Not worth, in my opinion. Okay. We need that for daily, I think, if memory serves correctly. We don't need this. That is the ammo I thought it was. Right then, big pipe. What you got for me, buddy? Don't really want too much out of that at all, if I'm perfectly honest. Don't have room to take both of these. Damn. Flechette rounds. Not many, but we've got some flechette rounds. Flashbangs, near. Keycard! We got a keycard! Yeah! I was kind of hoping it was going to be a better keycard than that, not gonna lie, but never mind. What ammo have you got? M62, we'll take that. Definitely take that. So we're gonna leave, unfortunately, gonna have to leave the plate frame. We don't have a big enough bag to take that plus the LBCR. There's still a lot of fighting going on around this map right now. But our main focus is just going to be to get out of this raid. I really do not care about the quests that we've got. We'll take the flechette ammo as well. Like, I'm not too fussed about getting these quests done. Obviously, it would be nice to get them done, don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to go out of my way to get them done. Use the mule. Like, obviously, if we pass a location that like pops up to get quests done, then we'll aim to try and get it done. But having revenge on the goons for me is worthwhile. Massively worthwhile. Obviously, it would have been nice to have maybe like a pilgrim or like a bigger bag so we could have taken the othered armor rig that we didn't end up taking. But at the same time, it is what it is. We've got a decent chunk of loot off of the boys. We've got some nice ammo out of this raid. The VSS has done us proud. Oh, the AS-Val / VSS has done us proud this raid. It used to be one of my favourite weapons, like, to ever use in Tarkov. Before it was like a meta weapon, I used to enjoy using this gun a lot. Obviously, the 20-round mags aren't great because you can run out of ammo really quickly. But having like the firepower that this weapon has makes up for it in more ways than one. Obviously, we only were using SP5 ammo as well, so it's not like we were using like SP6 or any of the like higher tier ammos for this gun. We were only using SP5 and it still did the job. So I'm super happy about that. Now it's just a case of making sure we get out of the raid alive. I want to take this hemostat, the Calic B even. Make sure it didn't go in our rig, so if we have to reload, we have the ability to do so. Oh, I thought that was me for a second. I was like, wait, what? So if ZB 1012 is open, at least that's what I think it's called. Yeah, if this is open, we'll take it. If not, have we run past? We've run past. No, we're running 2. Sorry. We might as well mark out here because it doesn't look open. Grab the item from here. Mark outside of 1011, and then get out this raid, and then we can come back at another time and do the other stuff. But I don't actually know the exact location where we have to mark. It just says place a Wi-Fi camera in the construction zone directly overseeing the exit. I mean, there's not really a construction zone directly overlooking this exfil. Okay, we'll have to kind of look into where exactly we have to put these markers for that task, because I'm not too sure. Gonna be honest, I am not too sure. We'll just pop up our top up even our health real quick, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, I don't know whether it's like the actual construction yard, whether there's like whether there's specific areas. I'm not sure, but we'll come to that when we get to it. M1, oh, it's a player. I was like, M1A? I really want this Umtar armor, so we don't have to buy it, but I know we're not going to be able to, so. So level 5 and he's got an M1A. Take the circuit board. Ah, stims galore, what the hell? Tramadol, SJ1, SMT, we'll use a Tarcola. Not worth on the ammo front. Not anything that I want from there. Anything worth in the backpack. I can't remember if this is a key that's worth taking or not. If I'm perfectly honest. I don't see myself running this pipe. Just took it, because why not? Just drink this. Right, okay, let's move. At the very least, we got a decent chunk of XP from killing the rogue bosses. No, fuck off, leave me alone. Don't see them. Yeah, so I'll get a decent chunk of XP off of the Goons. Yeah, I don't see who was shooting at us there. I'll get a decent chunk of XP off of them, and we've continued to get kills for Polkim Hobo. Plus, we're about to grab the item we need for Chemical Part 1. So overall, it's not been too bad of a raid to finish with, in my opinion. Still not sure where we got shot at from as we ran around the corner there, but never mind. M80 in the old RSAS is nice. Okay, let's get ourselves out of this raid. So yeah, I'm not too sure where the markers have to go on this map, if I'm perfectly honest, for the quest for Scorpion. But we will take that raid. Massive, massive win. Revenge on the Goons is huge. Makes up for the way that we played the last kind of raid on Shoreline. But 25k XP. We got 2 PMCs, 1 scav, 3 scavs even, and then obviously the 3 goons in Bird Eye, Big Pipe, and Knight. So 25 XP is probably more than we were going to get from like doing, say, 2 of those tasks. Could be wrong, could be about the same. But regardless, we managed to get ourselves a massive chunk of XP and revenge. We now have a quest called Lost Contact. Which I don't know who that's for, but obviously going into the level that we went into, which I think is 26, does give us the opportunity to get Lost Contact done. So it's Therapist that it's for. I just need to find a lost group on Lighthouse. Okay, we almost did the eliminate scavs in one episode. Polkim Hobo, we got 6, so obviously the goons do count towards the scav kills, which is nice. We only have the 1 kite, so we're not going to worry too much about that, because I'm pretty sure that's the one we've got sat here. But as per usual, or I say as per usual, as per the most recent episode, we are going to be jumping in to a scav run to get ourselves a little bit of money built up, because we're down to 122k. Don't get me wrong, obviously a lot of the items that we've got that we can sell will put our money up quite nicely. This labs keycard, for example, will go for 160k. However, A, we potentially need this for a task for Jaeger, but B, I might do a labs only episode at some point in the near future. I'm not going to use this labs key card. We're going to keep hold of this for the task for Jaeger, but we will definitely do a labs only episode at some point in the near future. But before I jump into my scav, I am actually going to go ahead and hand in Chemical Part 1, solely because that gets us another task done and a little bit of rubles. And then we do get Chemical Part 2, which is obviously getting the 220 key back from Skier, and then going in there and grabbing the stuff from that room. So we'll just go ahead and receive all from him. And then if we back out and go to our scav, we're going to jump into a quick scav run on Factory. That's the only place I'm going to be doing my scav runs. I don't want to be taking up too much time running around like Customs or Shoreline or Lighthouse or anywhere like that. We're literally going to go into Factory on every single scav run in there, grab as much loot as we can, head out of that raid, and then just instantly sell everything that we do end up getting from our scav. The only exception I'm going to make to that rule is if we get anything like a labs key card, whether it's like a normal labs key card or any of the color cards when we spawn in, we will go ahead and put those over to our PMC. But everything else, we're basically like contracting a scav in just to make our PMC a little bit of money. So without further ado, let's jump into that scav run and get some money made. So we are in. We don't have a backpack, unfortunately. I'm going to drop this. I'm going to put this on 6. We do have a nade, so that will potentially come in handy if we find that there are still some PMCs alive during this raid. Because if you recall back to the previous scav run we did in the last episode, we actually ended up finding, I think it was 2 PMCs still in the raid at the time that we spawned in, which did allow us to go ahead and get some decent loot and some decent money out of the raid. So I am just going to keep my eyes and ears peeled. Did we kill him? We did. Haha, winner! That is exactly what I mean. Keep my eyes and ears peeled for any potential PMC. No, I didn't! Oh no! I thought he had slumped. Damn. I thought I had killed the PMCs and slumped him. I didn't have any heals apart from the heavy bleed, unfortunately. Couponbug.com. What a name for a PMC. Oh no, I thought I had slept him. We only hit one bullet out of everything. Damn, that was unfortunate. I honestly thought I had killed him. Like when I second peeked and done the second spray, it looked like it did. The body did the animation of like being hit in the head or the thorax and then kind of slumping over. Oh, I thought I got him. Damn. Okay. At least it was only our scav. It wasn't like a PMC run or anything like that. We weren't trying to do anything inside factory on our PMC. A little bit unfortunate there for our scav, but it is what it is. That's the reason we contract the scavs right at the end of the episode to see if we can get them making us any money. Looks like our next scav has a Saiga shotgun, so that's going to be fairly interesting to try and use. With our rep for fence, we are at a 1.06 because we have been taking car exfils, so it's not too bad. We should hopefully be able to start seeing a bit more progress on the rep if we continue to do a single scav run at the end of each episode. But regardless, that is going to be it for this episode. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to hit that the like button even, and subscribe to the channel for more gaming content. Today was a bit of a up and down episode, if I'm perfectly honest. We obviously had the two lows in the form of dying to the PMC and then to the Goons, but then we had our redemption arc by getting the Goons again on good old customs and being able to kill them and get some loot from them. I haven't changed any settings on any of the like spawns for bosses or anything like that. They're still as they would be on the normal live servers. I haven't gone, I'm gonna like up all of the bosses and then all that kind of stuff, because obviously this raid we had Sanatar in the first one, we then had the Goons in the second one and the Goons in the third, so it does look a little bit suspicious. I get that, but I promise we have not changed any of the spawn percentages for any of the bosses going into this particular episode. But regardless of that, as always, I'll leave a link to my social media in the description down below. If you want to go and check me out over there, that would be greatly appreciated. I am looking to be a little bit more active on my socials moving forward, especially as I'm going to be trying to push content a little bit more frequently and a little bit more often, as well as incorporating other games onto the channel as well. With regards to the SPT Hatchet to Hero series, if you haven't already kind of noticed, I try and upload every other day. There was like a week or so gap between a few episodes, like last week or the week before, because I was starting a new job, so I wanted to make sure I was settling in quite well over there before going back to like pushing the content. Just hit my mic, I do apologize. But yeah, I'm going to be pushing content a lot more moving forward. I'm going to be finding some other games to also upload to the channel as well. If you want to see me live stream, be sure to go ahead and check out my Twitch or my TikTok. Both of those will be in the description down below as well. I don't stream Escape from Tarkov, but I will be streaming the likes of X Defiant and maybe some other games that I do find that I enjoy moving forward as well. And last but not least, guys, I do have a TCG channel. Again, much like the gaming channel, I'm going to be pushing out content on there a lot more frequently moving forward. So if you are into your trading card games, especially Yu-Gi-Oh, because that is my main card game, but I will be opening stuff and collecting stuff from like Pokemon, One Piece, hence the t-shirt, Dragon Ball Super, and some other card games that might be a bit more niche. But regardless, if you are into trading card games, be sure to go and check that out. That'd be greatly appreciated. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.